6 of YouTube's biggest creators did something unthinkable.
That is why I quit.
Am I retiring?
I'll be hosting my last theory.
I am done.
I'm going somewhere with this.
This is gonna be my last video for a little while.
They walked away, not because they failed, not because the views dried up, not because the money stopped. And if you think this is about them giving up, you've completely missed the point. This is about what happens when you win the game but lose yourself in the process. January 13th, 2026, Kai Cenat uploads a video. The title is 2 words, I quit.
I feel like sometimes people need to self-reflect and take a step back from the broad perspective of what their life has been. I believe that there is more to this world that is much greater than myself. The energy and passion to want to do more and create is within me.
Now, if you don't know Kai Cenat, let me explain what this means. This is the biggest streamer on the planet, 20.2 million Twitch followers. The guy who broke every single streaming record. The guy who had Snoop Dogg, Lil Uzi, SZA, even Kevin Hart on his streams. He's not just successful, he's a cultural phenomenon, and he's saying I quit.
That is why I quit.
But here's where the story flips. Kai isn't quitting streaming, he's quitting something else entirely.
I quit thinking in my head of the goals I want to achieve and not pursuing them because I'm primarily known for one thing and super scared to step out that box and try new things. I quit overthinking.
For the past 3 months, while everyone thought Kai was just streaming, he was in Italy, learning to make clothes from scratch, not slapping his name on merch, not doing a quick collab, actually learning the craft.
A lot of the times I am boxed into this box of being a streamer. So this is one of the first times where I'm gonna display something outside of my primary category.
Think about that. You're the biggest in the world at what you do, and you feel trapped inside that success. But here's what nobody saw. Behind the scenes, Kai was struggling.
And I'm having like a lot of self-doubt because it's out of fear of stepping back from what I'm primarily known for, which is content creation, and pursuing in another goal. One thing I wanted to ask you was like, how do you at times get over self-doubt or voices in your head saying that it's over, or voices in your head saying you might not be able to do it?
That's vulnerability from the guy who looks fearless on stream, and the response he got changed everything.
You cannot let your mental take over. Some people are strong, some people are weak. When the voices in your head start coming, it's pushing you either to give up or keep going.
Listen to those words from his own mother, telling him to be bigger than just a streamer. And then, at the Streamer Awards in front of thousands of people, Kai did something nobody expected.
You guys can achieve anything that you guys want. Don't limit yourself to one category. For the past year, I've had dreams besides streaming to achieve and to pursue. I have dreams one day to become a fashion designer and start my own clothing brand.
The biggest streamer on the planet, on stage, telling people he wants to be more than just a streamer. The brand is called VVET. It's Latin for he, she, or it will live forever. But that's not what it really means.
The deeper meaning behind VVET is to not be boxed in to what society is trying to only box you in.
This isn't about fashion. It's about refusing to be defined by your success. And here's the part that makes it different from every other celebrity brand. Kai is showing everything.
When I fail, they see what I achieve, they see when I'm doubting myself, and they see when I overcome it.
The mistakes, the learning, the 3 months in Italian factories, all of it. Because VVET isn't just clothes, it's proof that you can be more than the box people put you in. So Kai didn't quit streaming. He quit accepting limitations. He quit letting fear decide what he's allowed to create. He quit being just one thing. And in doing that, he proved something that the next 4 creators learned the hard way. Sometimes you have to quit what everyone expects you to become who you actually are. But Kai's story, that's the beginning, because what comes next isn't about expanding beyond YouTube. It's about what happens when YouTube becomes so consuming that you have no choice but to walk away entirely.
But by far, the biggest source of uncertainty is just not knowing when this is all going to end. Like, when are you going to upload your last successful video?
December 24th, 2025, Christmas Eve. Most people are with their families. Derek Muller is uploading a video to 19.9 million subscribers.
Am I retiring? That is the question I will answer in this video.
And immediately, millions of people panic. See, Derek isn't just any YouTuber, the guy who taught you physics.
So in curved space-time, you need to accelerate just to stand still.
Who made you actually understand how electricity worked.
That the main actors are actually the fields.
Why the sky is blue.
The sky isn't really blue, it's bluish white.
How quantum mechanics actually function.
Randomness is built into standard quantum mechanics.
This is Veritasium. For over a decade, he's been making some of the smartest, most beautifully produced educational content on the entire platform. And now he's posting a video called The Future of Veritasium on Christmas Eve. People knew what that meant.
This is a job that comes with a lot of uncertainty. I mean, how much you make in any given month depends on how many views your channel got in that month. And then there's the comment section and the fact that your sense of self-worth is basically tied to how well your videos are received.
But here's what most people don't know about Derek's journey. In his first year of YouTube, you know how much money Veritasium made? $840. That's it. Not $840,000. $840 for an entire year of work. His second year, $12,000. And he was working 40 to 50-hour weeks. Why? Because it was his calling. Because he believed in what he was doing. Because he thought, if I just keep going, if I just push harder, eventually it'll pay off.
By 2021, I had this talented little team of writer-producers, animators, and an editor.
That Veritasium has worked and allowed me to do what I do, and allowed me to be here today. You know, a question I get surprisingly often is Veritasium a real element? And I'm like, no, I made it up.
And it did. Eventually, Veritasium became massive, 20 million subscribers. But for Derek, it was a nightmare. He has a team, but he feels like it actually makes his work harder.
I was working more than ever before because I had to prepare things for them to do and I had to train them up. You know, I was still editing about half of the videos, and for the other half, I would often drive across Los Angeles in the middle of the night to pick up a hard drive from my editor, because this is the fastest method of data transfer that we worked out, and then I would drive back home, upload the file, and launch the video by 6 a.m.
Each video became a massive production. The team grew and grew, and there was this fear.
In 2018, I had a call with my contact at YouTube who told me I needed to, quote, stay relevant. Yeah, that stung a bit. Now, I'm not gonna name names, but I have seen friends and other creators who have stopped making stuff for a whole bunch of reasons. Like, maybe they've gotten injured or gotten really sick. I know of other YouTubers who've been canceled or demonetized. I mean, there's just a million ways for things to go wrong, and only really one way for them to continue to go right. I think by far the scariest proposition is that the YouTube algorithm just stops showing your videos to people.
Listen to those words. This is a man with 20 million subscribers, a man who's built one of the most successful educational channels in YouTube history, and he's terrified. Terrified of algorithm changes, terrified of demonetization, terrified that everything he's built could disappear overnight. But that's not even the real problem. The real problem is this.
There were many nights where instead of tucking my kids into bed, I was downstairs in the office making videos for this channel. So that is when my fiance told me something that I already knew, which was that this was not sustainable. And yes, she was still my fiance, because even though we got engaged 7 years previous and had 3 kids together, we hadn't found the time to have a wedding.
Derek got married in November 2025. He has 4 kids who are having their childhoods right now, who won't be young forever, and their dad is buried in production schedules, algorithm anxiety, and managing a team. Give your whole life to create this perfect video.
When in 2022, these 2 guys, Owen and Ian, approached me about investing in Veritasium. They had started a company called Electrify with the stated aim of helping educational creators build better businesses and achieve work-life balance.
We loved Veritasium for what it had been doing for, I guess, 13 years at that point, and we just want to keep that going and do more and even more of that great stuff.
He doesn't want to stop making videos because he's tired of YouTube. He wants to stop because he's about to miss everything that actually matters.
So the deal they offered me was this. They would buy some of the business, but I would remain an owner. They would take care of things like hiring, production, logistics, corporate compliance, taxes, all that sort of stuff. And they would reduce my working hours. So It was kind of the perfect offer at the perfect time. I never wanted to deal with hiring and taxes and all that stuff.
I just wanted to make videos, you know? Like, that's always what it's been about. Learn about science, make a great video.
Plus, with the cash they would pay up front for equity, well, that would reduce the precariousness of being a creator. Especially at a time when AI was coming on the scenes and shorts were just starting, there was a lot more uncertainty than usual. And this would allow me to always be able to provide for my family, which, most importantly, with fewer working hours, I would have a lot more time to spend. So it was kind of a no-brainer. I signed the deal in April 2023, and since then, Veritasium has been owned and run by me and Electrify.
So here's what he's doing. He's stepping back. Not retiring completely, but stepping back. Some Veritasium videos won't have him in them at all. He'll still be involved creatively. He's still the co-owner. But the guy who is Veritasium, he's choosing his family over the channel. And you know what the beautiful thing is? He's doing it before it's too late. He's not waiting until his kids are grown and he realizes he missed it all. He's making the choice now.
As for me, I have been able to reduce my workload and spend more time with my now 4 kids. This summer we traveled around the Azores, Iceland, biked around Amsterdam, and visited my family in Vancouver. And just last month, I finally got married to my brilliant, beautiful wife here in Portugal. I could not have picked a better or more patient partner with whom to spend the rest of my life. So, am I retiring? Well, at some point I will.
But here's what I need you to understand. If Derek Muller with 20 million subscribers, with a sold company, with every possible safety net, is still living in anxiety and still has to choose between YouTube and his family, what does that say about everyone else? And Derek wasn't alone, because just 1 year earlier, another creator looked at his family and made the same impossible choice. And this one kicked off everything that followed.
It's not clickbait. On March 9th, I'll be hosting my last Theory episode, at which point I'll be handing off the channels to someone else.
January 9th, 2024, MatPat uploads a video and the entire internet stops.
Your channel, it's impressive. You've done weekly for almost 10 years. I don't know how you did it, man.
Congrats on an incredible, long, and respected YouTube career.
An unbelievable one for the books.
07's in the chat for MatPat.
Now, if you don't know MatPat, let me explain what this means. This is the guy who invented the YouTube video essay.
They needed a reason to laugh, and thus, animation exploded onto the scene.
Game theory.
The ultimate FNAF timeline is finally complete.
Film theory.
Marvel is paying upwards of $100 million to bring Robert Downey Jr. back in Avengers Doomsday.
Food theory.
Should we believe KFC?
This is the YouTube OG theorist. He built an empire of overthinking, 19.6 million subscribers, thousands of videos. He literally hosted the Streamy Awards just months before this. He's not just successful.
All right, and the Streamy for gaming goes to the Game Theorist.
The Game Theorist.
He's a YouTube institution. He's the guy who taught an entire generation how to think critically about the media they consume, and he's saying goodbye.
With an announcement like this, I wanted to bring it back to just us. There's no one else in the room, there's no teleprompters, there's no nothing. It's just the way that this whole thing started. It's a conversation between us. And sorry that I keep getting emotional about this. I'll try not to, but it's a big deal, you know? Like, if you think about it, this channel is Steph and my first child, really, before we had Ollie, before we had Skip, CatBat, like, it was this. This was our baby. This has been a literal third of my life, and I'm gonna miss you. I'm gonna miss this. I value what we have here. Value this conversation, this openness, this relationship that we share, and I'm sad that I won't be able to see you every week.
You see that? That's a man who's been holding this in for a long time. Here's what MatPat said in that video, and I want you to really listen to this.
That's why we partnered with a larger company to help run the channel, training up the team to make the best videos that they can, because we knew that honestly, we didn't want to do this forever. For as much as I love you and I love overthinking things, I don't love late nights. That Steph and I have been work first for over a decade, where I miss the days where I could just sit down on the couch with her and play video games, or I'm playing a game and I'm not thinking about what theories are gonna come out of that. I miss it. My life has changed in the last 13 years. I mentioned Ollie before. He's the coolest little dude, and he's getting older by the minute, and I watch him and he has so much fun, and and he is so much smarter than I was.
But what does that actually mean? It means 13 years of missing dinner, 13 years of working after his son goes to bed, 13 years of choosing the channel over being present, 13 years of telling himself just a little bit longer, just one more video, just one more theory. And then one day he looked at his son and realized this kid is growing up right now, and dad is in the office making theories about Five Nights at Freddy's.
When you think about it, there's only really two ways to step away from a YouTube channel. You either just decide the day that you stop uploading and you're like, I'm done, or you just keep uploading videos from now until the heat death of the universe, and you watch as your relevance slowly dies or your passion slowly dies. And for me and my journey in this place, I always wanted to go out on a high note. And when you stop and look at the last year, this has been the best year in the theorist lifespan ever. Like, no joke. It is our highest view year. It is the year where we launched Style Theory and immediately put our foothold in a brand new space, and that took off, and now we're one of the top style and fashion channels on YouTube. And that kind of completes the trifecta of, hey, we now have a top channel in 4 different verticals that are completely different, and no other YouTuber really has ever been able to do it to that scale.
MatPat gave us his brain for 13 years. He taught us how to analyze, how to question, how to think deeper. But you know what his final theory was? That life is more than content.
I miss the days where I could just sit down on the couch with her and play video games, and it's not for content. I mentioned Dolly before. He's the coolest little dude, and he's getting older by the minute. And I watch him, and he is so much fun, and he is so much smarter than I was. But honestly, I want to be able to spend more time with him. Another sad fact of the matter is I'm getting older. I'm 37 now.
That being a good father matters more than being a famous YouTuber. And here's the thing that destroys me. MatPat was living the dream. He had the dream job. He was doing what he loved, getting paid for it, changing lives with it, and it still wasn't worth what he was sacrificing.
We've been able to achieve something great here. You have taken me on the wildest, craziest 13-year ride of my life, and I'm so grateful. So, Grandpa Pat is gonna sign out now, and I'll be around for a couple more weeks. I'll be living around the house for a while. We'll have a big family reunion celebration. Then I'll go off to my little shack in the woods, my retirement home down in Florida, and I'll pop in every once in a while.
But you want to know something even crazier? The day before MatPat's announcement, another massive YouTuber quit, Tom Scott. We'll get to him in a minute, because what happened in January 2024 was this. 2 of YouTube's biggest creators on back-to-back days both said, I can't do this anymore. And that sent shockwaves through the entire creator community, including one Irish guy with green hair who realized he was next.
I am at my absolute limit. My body is vacant, my brain is empty, and my will to live has never been at an all-time low like this.
The loud, energetic, positive Irish gamer who made you laugh when you needed it most.
Jesus!
The guy who raised $6 million for mental health charities. The guy whose entire brand was positivity and energy.
Okay, I'm ready. I don't know how to play this game.
This is Jacksepticeye.
Top of the morning, chill ladies. My name is Jacksepticeye.
And when MatPat quit, Seon posted this on Twitter.
When MatPat left, RIP, I put out a tweet because in his video he talked about doing YouTube for a third of his life, and I realized that YouTube was a third of my life, and that kind of like freaked me out.
A third of his life. Sit with that for a second. A third of your entire existence given to a platform. And then in March 2024, he uploaded a video.
Here's a video I thought I'd make because there's been a lot of discussion about it this year. Talking about retiring from YouTube, because a lot of people have asked me over the last few months purposefully, but just to allay any fears, no, I'm not retiring from YouTube. At least not yet.
Oh, come on.
I do intend on retiring at some point, but not right now.
30 million subscribers saw that title and panicked, but here's what they weren't ready for.
There's a lot of other stuff in the background, not even just for the channel and the way I do my content or the business side of things. The thing that made me want to quit first was because, I don't know if people know this, I think I've talked about it a lot, but a lot of people still seem to not know this. I am horrifically depressed. And I say that kind of hyperbolically basically because I like talking kind of exaggeratively and using hyperbolic terms all the time. I'm like legitimately clinically depressed and diagnosed and gone to my doctor for it over the years and have been seeing a therapist for a long time, and I'm medicated for it, and all of that stuff. It's kind of like putting up guardrails for me. It's gotten better over the years where I've gotten better at dealing with it. I kind of know what's happening to me, so I have tools to deal with it, and going to therapy has helped me quite a bit, but I've just been kind of knocked on my ass. I'm terrible at comparing myself to other people. I'm wondering why my brain doesn't work the same as other people's, why my motivation lacks. Turns out it's because I have ADHD and I got diagnosed with that, and that helped in a way because it kind of made me go a bit easier on myself, but it doesn't help get work done. And when things go wrong, I catastrophize and I think that things are really going wrong. I'm clinically diagnosed with like chronic anxiety as well. Like I'm anxious all the time.
Those words from Jack, the guy whose whole persona is being upbeat and energetic. He explained that the algorithm had pushed him into making content he hated.
I had to overthink my content a bit more. Algorithms started to become a thing that I just never really had to think about before. So I was struggling quite a bit to figure out where I sort of fit in the ecosystem, and I tried the thing of appeasing to the algorithm for a couple of years and doing things like reaction content a lot more, and I just didn't really know what I was doing. I didn't know where I sat in the ecosystem. I didn't know what type of content I wanted to do. I didn't know what the audience wanted, and I struggled really heavily with that for a while. And sure, some stuff did do well, but it felt really cookie cutter and not what I wanted to do, so I got burnt out on it.
But it worked. It got views, so the algorithm rewarded it, and if he didn't make it, his channel would die. So he was trapped. Make content he hates and be successful, or make content he loves and disappear.
But what sucks is that algorithmically and business-wise, it feels like it doesn't work. Sometimes it's just like, oh, the audience forgot about you, or you stopped uploading so you're not in their feeds. People realize that, oh, I'm just watching you because I've always watched you and I don't really want to watch you anymore, so you taking a break maybe realize that, and they move on to someone else. And all of that stuff's fine, but when it comes to me making the content, it's like, man, when I come back from some breaks, it's like, it feels like people didn't miss me at all. It feels like the system's kind of working against me. Again, I don't know if that's just YouTube-wide or if that's just me and my channel specifically, but I struggled with that quite a bit as well, and I was like, well, maybe I should just leave. Maybe I should just quit.
Think about that. You build a persona. That persona becomes successful, and now you're trapped inside it. You can't be yourself anymore. You can only be the version of yourself that the algorithm rewards.
I definitely think I probably have about 2 years left in me at the very max of doing things the way I am currently doing them. I want to springboard to other stuff, do other creatively fulfilling things. I want to make bigger projects. I want to produce stuff. I want to make animated shows of games that I'm big into. I want to do my own creative projects, my own stories, my own characters. Eventually, I want to write a book, and not like a book about my life, but like a novel, sort of like fiction book. And I just want to do things that are a bit more creative than just uploading content all day, every day. And I thought about it for a while where I thought I had to keep my relevance on YouTube, like uploading consistently brings in money to do other bigger projects. But I just don't enjoy doing stuff in such a businessy way. I think it takes the creativity out of me and it takes the artistry out of the things that I'm doing. And I think that's why I get so burnt out on doing what I'm doing a lot of the time. But yeah.
He walked it back later, said putting a timer on it was silly, but the damage was done. The truth was out. Even with 30 million subscribers, even raising millions for charity, even being beloved by millions, he was miserable. And you know what the worst part is? He was making content to help other people's mental health while destroying his own.
Antidepressants, like anxiety medication, a few months back.
But at least Jack is still creating. At least he's finding a way forward. The next guy, he didn't get that option because his dream job destroyed him so completely that he had no choice but to stop.
This isn't the standard YouTuber burnout apology video, and it's not, oh, woe is me, I'm leaving forever. I'm going somewhere with this.
10 years of weekly uploads, no breaks, no vacations, 520 videos of showing you places most people will never go, teaching you things you never knew you wanted to learn.
But the first of them was published exactly 10 years before this one, to the minute, 4 p.m, January the 1st, 2014. For the first month of that format, I was publishing a video almost every day, and then I settled down.
And he was done, but here's the line that broke everyone.
I can't keep this up. This is my dream job, and I have a lot of fun doing it. I know I'm incredibly incredibly lucky. But a dream job is still a job, and it's a job that keeps getting bigger and more complicated, and I'm so tired. There's nothing in my life right now except work. I did get close to burning out, but fortunately I always knew when to step back from the brink.
This is Tom Scott. A dream job is still a job. Read that again. Tom Scott had what everyone wants. He was literally traveling the world, making videos about fascinating things, getting paid to be curious. That's the dream, right? And it destroyed him anyway. Because here's what weekly uploads for 10 years actually means. It means every single location needs to be researched, contacted, scheduled. It means every script needs to be written, edited, fact-checked. It means every video needs to be filmed, edited, uploaded. It means every comment needs to be managed. Every sponsor needs to be coordinated. Every thumbnail needs to be designed. And it all has to happen every single week. No breaks. No, I'm not feeling it this week. No, I need time to rest.
As the YouTube game changed over the years, as the channel became bigger, as my own standards became higher and higher to keep pace with all the people I was collaborating with and competing with, as this became my life, I decided that my goal was 10 years. 2 possible choices. I could keep making bigger and better things, keep climbing the ladder, build a business, hire full-time employees, and end up as a manager. And that would be great for someone who isn't me, but I know I'm bad at that, and I'd hate every second of it. So option 2, I could not do that. I could do less and be happier. So I'm taking a break for some time. I don't know when or if I come back, but when I do, it won't be weekly, at least not in this format, not here. This probably isn't goodbye, like not forever. The podcaster host, Lateral, is still going out weekly. My newsletter's still going out. The Plus channel will probably return at some point. There'll likely be new technical difficulties episodes. There are links to all those things around here somewhere, and there will probably be all new projects here or somewhere else, projects that are experimental and weird and can fail, because I miss doing stuff like that. And when some fool comes along and goes, oh, you fell off, this new stuff isn't getting the views, is it?
The algorithm doesn't care if you're tired. The audience doesn't care if you're burned out. The schedule doesn't care if you have a life. And Tom Scott, doing his absolute dream job, got to the point where he couldn't do it anymore.
I never celebrated the milestones. Subscriber numbers weren't ever my goal, so I never did any big, so many subscribers thank you videos, but still, thank you to you watching and to everyone who's helped along the way. I did think that I should end this with a big, syrupy, sentimental, self-indulgent montage and head off into the sunset. And you know what? Just this once, for the first time in 10 years, that's exactly what I'm gonna do.
So he stopped completely. Tom is done. And you know what's beautiful about that? He chose himself. He chose rest. He chose life over content. But Tom's exhaustion, that's one thing. What happened to the next creator is something else entirely, because he wasn't just burned out. His entire family was being destroyed by his success, and he had to make a choice that 15 million people couldn't believe.
Hey everyone, this is gonna be my last video for a little while.
May 17th, 2025. Luke Nichols sits down in front of a camera, and he's about to upload a video that will get 21 million views. The title is just one word: goodbye. Now, let me tell you about Luke Nichols. This man had 15.3 million subscribers. His channel, Outdoor Boys, was one of the most wholesome things left on YouTube. No clickbait, no drama, no manufactured garbage, just a father taking his 3 sons camping in Alaska.
Oh, you just saw a rabbit? There's wood here, there's rabbits to hunt, the water's right there so we can go fishing. I think this might be a good spot to camp.
Building igloos in minus 30 degrees Fahrenheit weather, catching fish with their bare hands, sleeping under the stars, teaching them survival skills, teaching them about nature, teaching them how to be present in the world.
Well, me and Jake have been fishing for about 2 hours and we punched about 6 holes and not a single bite. I think we need to go try a whole nother spot. What do you think?
And people loved it. His videos averaged 56 minutes long. 56 minutes. You know how rare that is? Nobody watches 56-minute YouTube videos. Except they did. Millions of them.
Luke here at the Outdoor Boys YouTube channel. I'm here with my son Tom, my nephew Ransom, and we're 25 miles north of the Arctic Circle. And we're catching massive she-fish through the ocean ice and hunting ptarmigan. We're cooking up good food and having an awesome time.
In 18 months, Luke gained 12 million subscribers. 12 million in a year and a half. He went from a small outdoor channel to one of the biggest creators on the platform.
Luke here at the Outdoor Boys YouTube channel, and for the next 3 days, I'm hiking and camping in the tundra of Alaska. I'm catching fish, hunting birds, staring down wolves and exploring places few people have ever seen.
And that should be the dream, right? That should be the moment where you celebrate, where you scale up, where you hire a team and make it bigger. Instead, Luke recorded a goodbye video.
The amount of time and energy that I've dedicated to making YouTube videos is hard to communicate. So many late nights editing and packing and unpacking, camping with pneumonia, building log cabins while injured. But it's been a tremendous adventure, and it's allowed me to provide for my family while making wonderful memories with my wife and kids. But even good things can be taken too far, and I think I'm starting to reach that point. In just the last 18 months, this YouTube channel has gained about 12 million subscribers. And because of people stealing my content and posting it on other platforms, my family and I have been viewed about 4 billion times, in addition to the 2.8 billion views on YouTube. The sheer volume of fans trying to contact me, trying to take pictures with me, or just trying to come up and talk to me in public can be a bit overwhelming at times.
His family couldn't go anywhere, couldn't go to a store, couldn't go to a restaurant, couldn't live a normal life.
And my wife and I, we both have real concerns about what this will do to our family if I keep growing my YouTube channel at this pace. And the time to stop is before this problem gets so out of hand that my family and I can't live normal lives. Now, there's more than one reason for making this decision, and I still enjoy making videos and I still enjoy going on ventures, but it's time to start focusing on other things.
Because everywhere they went, people recognized Luke. People wanted pictures, autographs, to talk. That sounds like the dream, until you realize his 3 sons can't just be kids anymore. They can't go to the park without cameras. But it's even worse than that. Luke was working 100 hours a week. 100 hours. That's not a typo. That's more than 2 full-time jobs. Every single week. His sons are growing up right now. They're young right now. They won't be little forever, and their dad is working 100 hours a week making videos about camping with them instead of actually camping with them. Do you see the insanity of that? He's making content about being present with his family while sacrificing being present with his family. And Luke realized it. He saw what was happening, and he made a choice that shocked everyone.
And the time to stop is before this problem gets so out of hand that my family and I can't live normal lives. Now, there's more than one reason for making this decision.
Before? Not after. Not when his kids are grown and he realizes he missed it. Not when his marriage falls apart. Not when he burns out completely. Before. So he stopped at 15 million subscribers, at the peak, at the exact moment every business consultant would tell you to scale, to hire, to monetize harder. He chose his family. And you know what happened next? The internet lost its mind. Some people supported him, but others attacked. They blamed his wife. Far-right trolls made it a culture war thing. People said he was weak, that he was giving up, that his wife was controlling him, but Luke didn't care. He released 3 pre-recorded videos in November 2025 like he promised. And when people asked, "Are you coming back?" he said, "Does this mean I'm back?" Nope. I'm happy the way things are. His channel is still growing, even though he's not uploading. He's at 18.5 million now. He could come back and make millions more, but he won't, because he already won. His kids will remember camping with their dad. They'll remember building igloos together. They'll remember catching fish, telling stories, sleeping under the stars. They won't remember a subscriber count. And 20 years from now, when Luke Nichols looks back at his life, he won't regret walking away from YouTube. He'll regret nothing, because he chose what actually mattered. These 5 men are heroes, not because they built massive channels, but because they had the courage to walk away from them. They chose family, they chose presence, they chose life, and maybe that's the real success. Not reaching the top of the mountain, but knowing when to come back down. Don't wait until you have 20 million subscribers to figure out what actually matters. Learn from them now. Choose people. Be present. Take the break. Your life is too short to spend it chasing numbers that don't hug you back.